What's up, salad eaters? Welcome back to Noise Salad TV for your healthy dose of trending news, mix-up, and madness. Kanye West is back on the gram following Kim being declared legally single, and he is sharing all of the drama that is happening in the Kardashian West world. So, Kanye's previously shared his dislike for his 8-year-old daughter North being on TikTok, and now he is really upset by their most recent TikTok and the lyrics where it says, "I fell in love with an emo girl," and referred to them as godless.
I'm in love with an emo girl.
Go ahead and check out this video Kanye posted on Instagram.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not. There's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, now that you guys have seen that video, I'm going to go ahead and read you some of the posts that Kanye has actually made on Instagram today. All right, so in the first post that Kanye made, he says, "I told you all before about this TikTok stuff. Now my 8-year-old's on here singing she fell in love with an emo girl. Leftists don't want fathers to have any say in our children's lives. I don't want my kids at godless Sierra Canyon school. I have a voice and I'm not having this. And Perez Hilton, you still haven't answered my question. And never put my name next to the word abuse. Don't play with my name like that. I'm a real person who wants the best for my children. And DL Hughley is a pawn. Yeah, I know a king is not supposed to address a pawn, but I address everything. And find addresses, DL. So don't speak on me or my children. I can afford to hurt you." Ooh, child. Kanye is out here threatening people. Kanye West continues on in his post and says, "My daughter will not be led by people who don't believe in God. I am in a very good place, in a very God place, inside the will of God. I'm being still right now. This all feels like a setup. They want me to react. I flew back from Miami and none of my kids are coming to Sunday service. I am public about this because we are a famous. Praying and expressing how I have no rights to see my children is the only thing I can legally do." Kanye West also shares a screenshot of a message he sent to Kim where he says, "When I say bring my kids somewhere, I'm not going through this anymore. Why the blank is it up to you where my kids are if we have so-called joint custody?" But it also looks like Kim may have blocked Kanye because if you look, there's no delivered notification under the message. Kanye captioned this screenshot and said, "My dad won't even call Kim. I don't speak to most of my family because they've been allowing this kind of behavior. I am in no way trying to get this woman back. I've moved on with my life. I feel culturally there's a bunch of white privileged people forcing the upbringing of a bunch of black children. I've seen a bunch of celebrities speak up against me, but no one other than Candace Owens that has ever said that any of this bitter baby mama behavior is wrong." Kanye West also shared a text message that he received from The Game, because that's who he tagged in the photo, and said, "They're trying to use North against you. They know that's your only trigger. They aren't using the other kids because they aren't old enough and are pretty much babies. Saint on TikTok wouldn't trigger you as much because he's your son, and our boys have us in them. North and Shy pull on your heartstrings the most because they are the delicate children. And we are protectors due to our knowledge of women being abused in this world." I don't know how I feel about, the girls being the delicate children. I think that all children are delicate and all children are, susceptible to being abused and whatnot. But that's what The Game had to say for Kanye. So it really does not end here, because Kanye also alleges that Kim tends to antagonize him behind the scenes, and he actually explains some of the ways that Kim antagonizes him and explains it in this video. Go ahead and check this out.
So when we had the Donda 2 release in Miami, I got a flight for all my kids to come from Calabasas to come in Miami to see the kids. Then assistant hit me and said, all the kids, they said the kids are there. When the plane took off, I got a text from Kim that said, North won't be on the plane. You see, this is the kind of stuff that's just like the Chicago birthday party. And I'm glad that y'all saw in the variety piece what I have to deal with. Here go another thing. The Doves high school basketball game. We hold one in California. My daughter loves basketball. I want her to see the league that her father is starting. North can't go to that game. Now we got Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. and it's North had a sleepover, so she can't come to Sunday service. I moved the Sunday service up to 10 a.m. so that I can go to Saint soccer game at 12:30. Move the entire thing. So I called different people I knew, and the best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez, and he just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me. I got 4 children, and there's so many people who don't have a voice and have the opportunity to be able to speak up. And just, God, if it is in your will, touch the people that are currently watching, my children, whatever sleepovers at, wherever they are at, the various nannies that watch all the children, and touch them and say, please bring my children to Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. God, this is out of my hands. It's up to you. This whole conversation of custody, this whole narrative, gaslighting, all of this. It's like right now, this is up to you. I thank you for putting me in a position to be able to make Sunday service and put this online and have my family, be there. My children be there to hear about God, to sing about God, to sing about Jesus Christ, for us to be able to have the first right, the freedom of speech in America, to still talk about God out loud. This morning, God, please, there's no reason why these young children, upon their father's request, shouldn't be allowed to come to Sunday service. At this point, it's going too far. God, please. The boyfriend texts me, antagonizing me, bragging about being in bed with my wife. I thought it publicly for a year and a half. I've been dragged, and how she's not my wife. She don't have her last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me, bragging about being in bed with my wife? And I thought this wasn't my wife no more legally, since I got I got the lawyer to finally finish the divorce. Because every time I finish the show, the Free Hoover show, the next day she dropping her last night. Every time I do something positive, it's some negative that's coming. I go and get the laptop from Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer so we can finally do the divorce. And then somehow I'm the one that's the stalker. God, I just need to protect you protect the children. I know our nannies, some of them are Christian. You touch them, please, God, today, and have them bring my children to Sunday service this morning. The devil ain't gonna win. You get what I'm saying? This is gaslighting. Kim gets black people out of prison. You know who puts black people in prison? The person that the boyfriend has a tattoo of, Hillary. You understand the setup right here? You understand the narrative right here? God, please, in your son's name, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, please make sure my kids come to Sunday service. Please. Amen.
Kanye also told Kim yesterday that he was moving the Sunday service to 10 a.m. so that he was able to go to Saints' soccer game. So he says, "This is where I gave the time of service with more than enough time to get the children there. Why is this okay? Because of my political opinions? Because I'm a man? Because they poke at the idea of my mental health?" In the text message, he says, "I got the stylist looking. I put it all in one bag. I moved Sunday service to 10 a.m. tomorrow so I could go to Saints game." And he sent that message yesterday at 2:13 p.m. Now, surprisingly enough, things did not end there. Kanye West also shared that he received messages from Pete Davidson alleging that he's in bed with his wife. Let me go ahead and read you these messages that Pete sent. So in the first message that Pete sends to Kanye, he says, "Yo, it's Skeet. Can you please take a second and calm down? It's 8 a.m. and it don't gotta be like this. Kim is literally the best mother I've ever met. What she does for those kids is amazing, and you are so lucky that she's your kid's mom. I've decided I'm not gonna let you treat us this way anymore, and I'm done being quiet. Grow the bleep up." To which Kanye responded and said, "Oh, you're using profanity now? Where are you right now?" To which Pete sent him a picture and said, "In bed with your wife." Kanye then responded and said, "Happy to see her out of the hospital and rehab." And here's Pete continued on by saying, "Same here. It's wonders what those places do when you go get help. You should try it. I'm in LA for the day, and if you want to stop being a little internet boy and talk, you don't scare me, bro. Your actions are so and embarrassing. It's so sad to watch you ruin your legacy on the daily." Kanye responded and said, "You're more than welcome to come to Sunday service." Then Pete responds and says, "Why don't we meet after Sunday service in Saints game? I'll be at the Beverly Hills Hotel and we can have food and talk it out in my room, privately, one-on-one, man-to-man. What you are doing to your family is dangerous and going to scar them for life. Please handle these matters privately, I beg you. You want to see me? Come to Sunday service." Pete responds and says, "This isn't public, dude. I'm not here for pictures and press, which is obviously all you care about. My offer stands. I wish you'd man up for once in your life. Let me help you, man. I struggle with mental stuff too. It's not an easy journey. You don't have to feel this way anymore. There's no shame in having a little help. You'll be so happy and at peace. You have no idea how nice I've been towards you despite your actions towards me. I've stopped SNL from talking about or making fun of you, which they wanted to do for months. I've stopped stand-up comedians from doing bits about you because I don't want the father of my girl's kids to look bad out there. I have your back even though you treat me like, because I want everything to be smooth. But if you continue to press me like you have for the past 6 months, I'm going to stop being nice." And if you guys actually look closely on the picture that Pete sent Kanye, you can actually see on the upper, I guess that would be his right side of his chest, or it's reflected, his upper right side of Pete's chest, you can see that he has a tattoo with the 3 letters K-I-M, Kim, next to his skull tattoo. So I'm going to assume that Kim is because of Kim Kardashian West. So it looks like it's official. Alright, now for my thoughts on this entire messy situation. I will start by saying I do understand where Kanye is coming from and not wanting North to be on TikTok so young at just 8 years old. I have to say there are a lot of sick people out in this world and on the internet. Pedophiles, creepers, mean people, just awful, bad-hearted people. And there are people that just want to be mean and say hurtful stuff to people on the internet because they're hurting. And they have their own insecurities that they choose to project onto other people. And they will have a lot to say about a young girl's appearance. And that will tear her down and tear her apart, similar to what the internet did to her aunt, Kylie Jenner, and bring up insecurities that she may not have had otherwise, and leads to her going down a path towards plastic surgery, unnecessary plastic surgeries, and making significant changes to her appearance that she did not need in the first place. I do also see how Kim has behind the scenes, maybe unbeknownst to her or not intentionally, antagonizes Kanye. If Kanye wants the kids to be raised with God and then allow for them to decide when they're older what they'd like to do with their religious beliefs, I think that Kanye should be allowed to do that. The truth is that the legal system does lean towards mothers generally. We generally hear of women winning and getting child support, and usually it's not the other way around. It's just the norm in society. I do feel that even though they are trying to avoid having a traditional custody plan because of their really hectic, untraditional schedules, I do feel that for the sake of the children and avoiding the unnecessary drama, that there needs to be one put in place by the courts so that Kanye can have some semblance of a say and control in his kid's life. I do agree that North may be a little too young for TikTok and that Kanye should be able to have a say in that. And, maybe that they can reach an agreement that when North is at a more appropriate age, North can return to TikTok. She could have a private TikTok that she uses. In the meantime, there's no need for her to be posting this stuff publicly. The TikTok has the ability for you to make a private one where you post your TikToks privately amongst your friends, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I have to go ahead and just get Pete Davidson together. Now, I have to be honest, I generally don't mind Pete Davidson. He seems like he has his issues, but generally a nice, down-to-earth guy. That is the general vibe that I get from Pete. I get that Kanye has antagonized Pete, called him skeet, made all those posts online, and I think Pete has every right to stand up for himself and put Kanye in his place for that. In regards to those things, I 100% can say I do think Pete has every right to stand up for himself. Now, I have to say I completely disagree with Pete getting involved in anything pertaining to Kim and Kanye's children. Pete and Kim have only been together for a little under 5 months at this point, and they just shared their first Instagram pictures. And even though he may feel like he's a huge part of her life, in the grand scheme of things, this is still a small amount of time relative to the time period of Kim and Kanye's relationship together, and he does not know their children or their kids. It's simply put not his place. Pete needs to understand that Kim can drop him tomorrow. He's not her husband. He's not those kids' stepdad. He has no relationship with those kids. He needs to learn his place and stay out of Kim and Kanye trying to parent and navigate this co-parenting thing with their children. Also, I find it really disgusting and rude to be sending pictures in bed saying you were with his wife. That was just totally uncalled for and totally unnecessary. Pete does not need to be doing all of that. If someone sent me a picture of themselves and said they were in bed with my ex-spouse, that would piss me off too, especially fresh out of a divorce. I would be really hurt by that, and especially when the person is behind the scenes, making it harder for me to interact with my kids. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this messy situation. Do you feel that Pete Davidson overstepped his place? Do you think Kanye has some valid points and Kim is doing some stuff behind the scenes? Do you think that North should pause on the TikToks until she's older? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button for more videos, and I'll see you all in my next one. Peace.